Have you ever wondered why people are still throwing their hard-earned money at the Apple TV in 2026? Think about it. You just bought a brand new, beautiful, razor-thin smart TV. It already has Netflix built right into it. It has YouTube. It has Disney Plus. It has every single app you could possibly ever want. Everything is right there on the home screen. So why on earth would anyone bother spending over $100 extra on a little black plastic box? It sounds like a total scam. It sounds like a complete waste of money. Honestly, that is exactly what I thought for the longest time. I thought the Apple TV was just a luxury add-on for Apple fanboys who had too much money to spend. But then, I actually bought one. I actually plugged it in, and what I discovered completely blew my mind. I now genuinely believe that the Apple TV is one of the most underrated, misunderstood products that Apple has ever created. Today, I'm going to break down exactly why this little black box is not just some overpriced accessory. It is an absolute must-have device. If you use an iPhone, you need to hear this. The dirty truth about your living room. Before we get into the Apple magic, I have a very quick, very serious question for you. I want you to really think about this. When was the last time you turned on your smart TV, clicked on a Netflix app, and it just opened instantly? When was the last time your YouTube app did not freeze, stutter, or lag for 5 seconds before loading a video? Exactly. That right there is the entire point. What makes the Apple TV stand out is what is hiding inside that sleek little black box. And this brings us to the dirty little secret that absolutely nobody talks about when you are shopping for a new TV. You walk into the electronics store. You see a wall of massive, glowing, beautiful displays. The colors are vibrant. The pictures are sharp, but they are hiding a terrible truth from you. The actual computer hidden inside your expensive smart TV is usually complete and utter hot garbage. I'm not being dramatic here. I'm dead serious. We're talking about processors that were probably outdated 5 years before the TV was even designed. You have to look at it from the manufacturer's point of view. TV brands are incredibly good at making gorgeous display panels. They excel at making the picture look nice. But they're a hardware company. They're not exactly known for making good software. So what do? They simply find the absolute cheapest, lowest tier computer chip they can legally buy. They slap it inside that beautiful screen. They throw some basic, clunky smart features on top of it. And then they call it a day. They ship it to the store. The result of this cheap shortcut is a massive headache for you. Your brand new TV feels lightning fast for maybe the first few weeks. But then, things start going south. Fast. The software updates roll in. The apps get heavier. Suddenly, apps take forever to load. You're sitting there on your couch, tapping the Netflix button on your remote over and over again like you're playing a game of whack-a-mole. You're just waiting and praying for something to happen on the screen. It is frustrating. It ruins movie night. The brain transplant. Here is exactly where Apple did something completely brilliant. Instead of cutting corners like the TV brands, Apple took a radically different approach. They looked at the processors they were putting inside their flagship iPhones. These are some of the most powerful, capable computer chips on the entire planet. And instead of watering them down, they took those incredibly powerful chips and stuck them right inside the Apple TV. Right now, the Apple TV 4K is running on the A15 Bionic chipset. This is the exact same ultra-powerful brain that runs the iPhone 14. Just think about that for a second. Your phone can edit 4K video and play massive 3D games without breaking a sweat. Now imagine putting that level of insane power directly into your TV just to load Netflix. The result is pure magic. Everything is lightning fast. Everything. Whether you're switching between apps, fast-forwarding through a boring part of a movie, or just scrolling through menus, it all feels incredibly smooth. It is totally responsive. It never hangs. It never crashes. Buying an Apple TV is basically like giving your television a much-needed brain transplant. The ad nightmare. Now, I want to share a very personal story that really pushed me over the edge. This was my biggest pain point. This is what made me finally pull out my credit card. I have 2 TVs in my house. Originally, both of them were running on standard smart TV software. One was Android TV. The biggest issue I had was the jump scares. Imagine this. I turn on my TV to watch a show. I put the remote down and walk into the kitchen to grab a pack of potato chips. Suddenly, out of nowhere, I get a mini heart attack. The TV randomly starts blasting an advertisement at maximum volume. It is a loud, obnoxious trailer for a random show that I do not care about. It scared the life out of me. It was so annoying. So when my TVs got pretty old and laggy, to fix the speed issue, I bought an Amazon Fire TV stick. I will be totally honest with you here. The speed and performance improve a lot, but I still had the exact same horrible problem. I would turn it on and boom, it would automatically start playing some random movie trailer from Prime Video in full, blaring volume. That was my absolute tipping point. I could not take it anymore. I just wanted peace and quiet in my own living room. This is when the Apple TV completely changed the game for me. When I turn on my Apple TV, I am greeted by silence. I get this stunningly clean, beautiful, pleasant-looking interface. And no, it does not autoplay any random ads in full volume. It respects you. It just sits there, waiting for you to tell it what to do. The smoothness is just out of this world. When you scroll through rows of shows on Netflix, every single thumbnail image loads perfectly and instantly. There are no blank gray boxes. Compare that to a basic smart TV stick. If you scroll too fast, it will constantly struggle to even show the pictures properly. It chokes on the data. These might seem like very small things to some people, but when you're using it every single day, it makes a massive, huge difference in your overall mood and experience. The tvOS experience. Let's dive a little deeper into the software, because at the end of the day, the software is the main selling point of this device. Apple calls it tvOS. It is probably the cleanest, most intuitive, and easiest to use TV interface I have ever come across in my life. You get a beautifully laid out dashboard. All of your apps and content are front and center. There is no clutter. There are no sponsored posts trying to sell you a car. It just feels familiar. If you have ever used an iPhone or an iPad, you already know exactly how to use an Apple TV. That feeling of comfort goes a very long way when it is late at night and you're just trying to relax and watch a movie. Currently, the interface features these gorgeous liquid glass design elements. It looks incredibly premium. First off, you have a dock at the very top. This is exactly like the dock on your Mac or your iPad. You can easily customize it. You can put your most watched and most used apps right there for instant access. For most people, this is going to be YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus, or Apple TV Plus. And here is a crazy bonus feature. If you're a gamer, you can put the Steam Link app right there in your dock. If you own a gaming PC instead of PS5, you can use the Apple TV to beam your PC games directly to your living room TV. You can literally convert your gaming PC into a living room console. You just sit on your couch, grab a controller, and play high-end PC games through the Apple TV. It is mind-blowing. The software has other amazing tricks hidden inside. When you press the TV button on the remote, a control center slides out. It looks exactly like the control center on your iPhone. You can check your Wi-Fi, manage your Bluetooth devices, and even turn on Do Not Disturb. Yes, your TV has a Do Not Disturb mode. This means no annoying iPhone notifications will pop up on the big screen while you're deeply invested in a movie. Furthermore, all the other apps you download from the massive app store sit neatly below the dock. You do not have to dig through 5 different hidden menus just to open an app like you have to do on other smart sticks. Plus, Apple actually supports this device. They provide regular, free software updates for years. These updates bring massive, meaningful new features, not just boring bug fixes. You will almost never see long-term support like that on a regular smart TV. More than just movies. Surprisingly, the Apple TV is not just about streaming movies and shows. This tiny little box can actually handle proper gaming. I'm not just talking about streaming games from a PC. I'm talking about real games downloaded straight from the App Store running directly on the A15 chip. With an Apple Arcade subscription, you can play titles that genuinely look, sound, and feel like real console games. All you have to do is connect any standard Bluetooth controller. You can use an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller. It connects in seconds, and you're ready to play. I honestly did not expect to enjoy gaming on a streaming box. It sounds like a gimmick, but it actually offers an incredibly pleasant, smooth experience. Because it uses that ultra-fast iPhone processor. The graphics are crisp, sharp, and detailed. Best of all, there's virtually zero lag. Obviously, it is not going to completely replace a $500 PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X for hardcore gamers. But for casual gaming, or for playing fun multiplayer games when you have friends over, it is way better than you would ever expect. The home theater upgrade. Visually, the Apple TV delivers a seriously impressive high-end experience. It fully supports crisp 4K resolution. It supports HDR10. It supports Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. I know those are just a bunch of fancy technical buzzwords, but here is what all of that actually translates to for you. Beautiful, breathtaking picture quality and incredibly immersive, room-filling sound. It makes your TV look better than it ever has. And here is one of the coolest hidden features Apple has ever made. You can actually calibrate your TV's display colors using your iPhone. You literally hold your iPhone up to your TV screen. The camera reads the colors flashing on the TV. It communicates with the Apple TV, and it perfectly color corrects your display in under a minute. The difference is shockingly noticeable. After doing this, the black colors look much deeper. The vibrant colors pop off the screen more. Everything just looks significantly more cinematic and professional. Pair this incredible picture quality up with a good soundbar, or even a pair of Apple's own HomePods, and you have instantly built yourself a legitimate home theater experience. The audio syncing is flawless. You also get the ability to create multiple user profiles. If you live with other people, this is a lifesaver. You can set up a completely different layout and watch history for your partner, your roommate, or your kids. Everyone gets their own personalized TV experience. The remote that doesn't suck. Now, let's talk about one of the most underrated parts of the entire package, the Siri remote. I know, TV remotes do not usually get much love or attention. They are usually cheap, ugly plastic sticks with too many buttons. But this Apple remote deserves serious praise. It has a heavy, sleek, premium aluminum body. It feels cold and expensive in your hand. It features a touch-enabled clickpad at the top. This makes scrolling through massive lists of movies super intuitive and fast. The outer ring of the clickpad is also touch-sensitive. You can trace your thumb around it in a circle to jog forward or backward through a video timeline. It works exactly like the classic iPod click wheel. Trust me, it is incredibly satisfying to use. You can scrub exactly to the frame you want to see. It also has a dedicated button on the side for Siri. And unlike the voice assistants on cheap TVs, Siri actually works perfectly here. If you ever feel lazy, you can just press the button and use your voice. You can tell it to play a specific movie right from the start. You do not even have to search for it manually. You can also search for movies based entirely on an actor's name. Let's say you want to watch the show Suits. You just hold the button, say Play Suits, and it instantly takes you directly to the exact streaming app that has it. Yes, voice search is present on every smart TV today, but it is the speed and smoothness that matters here. The Apple TV opens it promptly. There are no spinning loading circles of death. It just works. The ultimate ecosystem flex. But the absolute biggest reason the Apple TV crushes the competition is how perfectly it plays with all your other Apple devices. If you are already locked into the Apple ecosystem, the Apple TV feels like a natural, magical extension of your iPhone or your iPad. It all works together flawlessly. Do you want to show your friends some cool photos or a funny video from your recent vacay show? And you don't have to pass your phone around the room. Just tap the AirPlay button on your phone, and boom. The video is instantly playing on your giant TV screen in full quality. What happens if you lose the remote down the back of the couch? No problem at all. You can use your iPhone as a fully functional TV remote. It is built right into the control center of your phone. I do this all the time. Sometimes the metal remote is sitting on the table just out of reach, but my phone is in my pocket. I am way too comfortable to actually get up and fetch the remote. So I just unlock my phone and control the TV from there. Do not judge me. We have all been exactly there. The ecosystem integration goes even deeper. If you want to take a FaceTime video call with your family, but you want to see them on the big screen, you can do that now. You just place your iPhone somewhere near your TV facing you. The Apple TV wirelessly connects to your iPhone's high-quality camera and uses it to make the FaceTime call directly on the TV. It is called Continuity Camera, and it feels like living in the future. It all works seamlessly without any weird, frustrating Bluetooth pairing rituals. The exact same thing applies to your AirPods. If it is late at night and you want to watch an action movie with massive explosions without waking up your family, just pop your AirPods into your ears. The Apple TV instantly detects them. One click, and all the TV audio beams perfectly to your AirPods with spatial surround sound. It is a game changer. And please do not forget that the Apple TV has its own dedicated app store. You are never limited to whatever garbage apps the TV manufacturer decided to preload for you. You can download anything. Netflix, HBO Max, Disney+, Spotify. You can download fitness apps and work out in your living room. You can download productivity apps. You can download games. You name it, they have it. Heck, for some strange reason, even Tinder is on the Apple TV App Store. I have absolutely no idea why anyone would ever want to swipe on Tinder on a 65-inch television screen in their living room. But hey, if you really want to, the option is there. The price of perfection. Finally, let's address the elephant in the room. The price. Is it really worth the money? The Apple TV 4K starts at $129 in the US. This is for the base model, which connects via Wi-Fi and comes with 64 gigabytes of internal storage. There's also a slightly more expensive version for $149. That upgraded model adds a hardwired Ethernet port for internet and doubles your internal storage up to 128 gigabytes. Honestly, unless you plan on downloading dozens of massive, heavy video games directly from Apple Arcade, or you're downloading giant local media files, the base 64 gigabyte model is going to be plenty of space for you. It will be more than enough. Most people simply stream their content these days. Streaming movies on Netflix does not take up any of your permanent storage space. So, local storage size is not really a big issue. The only real reason to spend the extra $20 is if you specifically need that Ethernet port. If you're planning to stream heavy PC games over your network using Steam Link, a wired connection is practically necessary. Wi-Fi can sometimes struggle with heavy gaming data, no matter how fast your internet router is. But for 90% of normal people who just want to watch movies and shows in perfect quality, the cheaper 64 gigabyte Wi-Fi model will work out just fine. The final verdict. So, we come back to the ultimate question. Is buying an Apple TV in 2026 actually worth it? In my honest opinion, it is absolutely 100% worth every single penny. It is not a scam. It is not an overpriced toy. The Apple TV 4K has fundamentally changed the way I interact with my television. It is blindingly fast. It is incredibly smart. It is rock-solid reliable. It completely strips away the annoying ads, the horrible lag, and the clunky menus. It makes your entire living room setup feel dramatically more premium and relaxing. To be completely honest with you, once you get used to the speed and the cleanliness of the Apple TV, try to go back to a basic built-in smart TV interface feels like a massive, painful downgrade. You will never want to use a regular TV menu ever again. It really is that good. It fixes a problem you didn't even realize was ruining your daily routine. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon like that.